Good morning. I'll call the meeting to order. We have a quorum. All three commissioners are present. We'll start out with Commissioner Fund and the flag salute.
Please stand. You may be seated.
Commissioner Solty, I make a motion to approve the January 25th, 2016 BOCC minutes.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any additions, deletions, corrections?
No.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Public comment. I see none. We will do employee recognition next. The first is 10 years of service. Tricia Blake Pence, Communications. I'll call all the 10 years up at once. Mike Gilk. There he is. Mike Gilk has put gravel on my driveway before he was a county employee. Charlotte Garcia. Juan Garcia, 10 years of service. Please come up.
Michelle.
You're not on the list, Michelle.
Well, you're on our list.
We know you've been. You're on our list. Congratulations.
All right. And one more.
15 years of service. Kathy McKenzie, Facilities. Lauren Jessup, Public Works. Rodney McElhaney, Public Works. Michelle Steepy, Public Works. Christopher Tawes, Sheriff's Office. I don't know if I've met you before.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we have.
Several times.
Congratulations, Michelle.
20 years of service. Now, if you worked for the military for after 20 years, you could retire. Terry Bryant. Rod Lakey. Linda Patton. Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
And one more.
And we have one more, 25 years, Lisa Bruckmuller. Congratulations.
And Commissioner Schultz will get that. And one more.
So next is Employee of the Quarter. Would the following people come up? Jack White, Public Works. Jack, there he is. J.R. Metzenberg. There you guys. Tim McCoy. Fred Terry. There's another one. Larry Bremgartner. Greg Cox. And Dave Jones. Here's the other one. The nomination form says, Lewis County has had some extreme weather conditions over the last couple months, to include flooded roads, washouts, landslides, and icy/slushy roads. The Public Works crews have worked relentlessly to keep our roads clear and safe. Recently, Deputy Humphrey was working on early Sunday morning shift, and it was icy. Dispatch came over the radio saying they had Public Works on the line, wondering where the crews could help the most. And Deputy Humphrey was on a collision scene on Jackson Highway near State Route 508. When he called for a sand truck, the truck arrived within 5 minutes. Then, while handling another collision on Shanklin, the sand truck showed up before he could even place a call. Humphrey states, in my opinion, this professional service exemplifies what public service is all about. I know there's no way of calculating how much property damage or lives were saved by Public Works response. However, I want them to know their hard work has not went unnoticed. Thank you. So fourth quarter, Above and Beyond, Grace Jimenez and Graham Gowing, Auditor's Office. Are they here? Okay, come on in. During the last quarter of 2015, both Graham and Grace implemented numerous activities to ensure that Lewis County WCIF members met the wellness goal. This included meeting with employees, increased schedule of wellness clinics, and an email campaign. Furthermore, they increased their communication with WCIF to track numbers and include this information into the wellness email campaign and the meeting that they had with employees. They also personally assisted in person or via the phone, walked employees through the enrollment process, ensuring that the information was completely accurate and fully to ensure we receive credit for the completion of the survey. This effort was part of the reason that Lewis County employees covered by WCIF actually saw a rate reduction of the 2016 year.
Thank you very much.
Now we'd like the following people to come up: Steve Wold, Amanda Price, Chris Brewer, and Gabe Enzolini. In the spring of 2015, Lewis County was awarded LTAC funds to develop and implement a county-wide website for the purpose of promoting tourism throughout the entire county. IT manager Steve Wold, along with developers Amanda Price, Gabe Anzolini, and Chris Brewer, took on the project with enthusiasm, ambition, and dedication towards the project. After several months of hard work, creativity, thinking outside the box, gathering information, and touching base with hosts responsible for events throughout the county, Discover Lewis County was born. The development of the website was an extensive project involving the 4 IT employees daily, and they still had to complete their everyday assignments and tasks as they came up. Steve, Amanda, Gabe, and Chris did an amazing job of developing the artwork, gathering information for incorporation into the website, and development of the website itself. This project has been extremely successful countywide in promotion of tourism, as there's been over 28,000 visits to the website since its inception and can be used as an example for others. In addition to the website, the social media contacts have been outstanding. Now here it has a number, but I think we've upped it. It says Facebook at this point was 5,300 likes. How many likes now?
We should have broken 6,000 by this time today.
Yes. How many of you have gone on to Facebook and liked Discover Lewis County? If you haven't, please go on there and take a look. In addition to the website, in 2016, the project will expand to include short advertising videos, be placed in various movie theaters throughout the Puget Sound, showcasing Lewis County and all it has to offer to our visitors. Congratulations.
Oh, I wasn't ready.
Thank you. So the next one, Employee of the Year. Drum roll. Don Carney. Congratulations. So let's hear about Don. In the course of performing his normal duties managing the construction of Ludenhouse Bridge, Don made a site visit to Bridge Fabricator in Arlington, Washington, and discovered a fabrication error that the contractor, fabricator, design engineer, and the state inspector missed. An error, if not detected when he did, would have likely delayed the completion of the Loudon House Bridge by a year. The Loudon House Bridge is being constructed on a very slight slope. The bearing assembly that attaches the bridge to the foundation must match the slope. The contractor had fabricated the slope in the opposite direction on one of the bearing assemblies. Don picked up on this immediately and questioned the fabricator about the flaw at the fabricator's location. The fabrication error that Don noticed on his field trip was not something that would be obvious to everyone. Don initially questioned the fabricator on site and was assured that the slope was correct. Don was not satisfied with that answer. He was sure he was right, but wanted to verify before pursuing it further. Don asked Mr. Fife to review what he observed and had the designer investigate his finding as well. Don was right. He notified the general contractor of the error and directed them to review it with the fabricator. After their further review, they concurred with his findings and pursued and implemented a remedy. Congratulations.
I was under the impression this award was given because he almost finished the bridge.
If someone's missing their little pin, we have it up here. So afterwards. It's a 10-year pin. So see if you have a 10-year. Okay, we'll get it.
There you go.
Thank you, everyone.
They just couldn't tear themselves away.
Wow, thanks, Edna, for doing that.
Okay, okay. 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 I move that we approve the notice agenda, items 1 through 3, resolution number 16-038 through 040.
I second.
Mr. Elsey.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tim Elsey speaking to items 1 through 3 on your notice agenda. Item number 1 is a request for qualifications regarding preparation and amendment of Lewis County road standards. This is resolution number 16-038. Lewis County road standards were last updated in 2008, and this will allow us to update these road standards. The issues that we have with the road standards right now are that some are outdated. There are some conflicting areas, and then some of the areas in the road standards are incorrect. This will allow us to go out for a request for qualifications to hire an engineer to help us put together new road standards. The engineer will be required to compile road standards from 5 like-situated communities to help us develop ours, and then we will develop a internal road standard review committee, and we'll come back to the commissioners in the future with recommended standards.
Okay.
Item number 2 on your notice agenda is the publishing of the on-call consultant roster. This is resolution number 16-039. And this is something that we do every year. We open up the on-call consultant roster for any new consultants to be listed so that we can hire them from this roster. This is a notice agenda, but that doesn't mean that you'll see it again. This is a notice because we're publishing it. And it's just like the Small Works resolution, which is right behind it. We notice it, we invite people to get their names on the roster, and then you won't see it again after this. Item number 3 is the notice of publishing the Small Works roster, and that's resolution number 16-040.
Any other questions?
Nope.
Call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Notice agenda is approved.
Commissioner Schulte, I make a recommendation or a motion to approve 6 resolutions, numbers 16-041 through 16-045, and then number 9 would be 16-048.
Second?
Motion has been made and seconded.
Good morning, Commissioner. Suzette Smith, Auditor's Office Financial Services Division, here to present to you agenda item number 4. This is resolution number 16-041, and it is the weekly approval of warrants for payments of claims against the various county departments. These claims were against the appropriation or budgets for the 2015 and 2016 fiscal years. We had 268 regular warrants. Those were numbers 741037 through 741193 and 741291 through 741401 for a total dollar amount of $619,938.95. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Archie Smith with Lewis County Human Resources. I'm here presenting item number 5, resolution number 16-042, and this is to authorize the initial placement of a casual fare manager on the salary grid. This is pretty much a standard operating procedure when we hire an employee off the extra help salary grid, and so we have to do a resolution for that. That's what this is.
Good morning, Commissioners. Arnie Davis, presenting resolution item number 6, resolution number 16-043. Historically, if the state law permitted counties to go back 3 years for manifest errors at the assessor or the treasurer's office for people to recoup tax losses for an error. Recently, the legislature amended that law so you can go back more than 3 years. Our recommendation through this resolution is that you maintain the 3-year standard. Some of the impacts it would have on the junior taxing districts, and there are several other line items we've discussed, so I think you kind of know where any questions on that? Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tim Elsey, Public Works Director, speaking to items 7 and 8 on your consent agenda. Item number 7 is resolution number 16-044, approving the purchase of 3 new Ford Interceptors for the Sheriff's Department. These vehicles were scheduled, budgeted, and approved for replacement in 2016. Columbia Ford offers Ford Interceptors through the current Washington State contract, and Lewis County has a cooperative governmental purchasing agreement with Washington State. These interceptors will be purchased with ER&R funds in the amount of $99,510.38.
Could you tell us what ER&R stands for?
I'm sorry?
Could you tell us what ER&R stands for?
Sorry, Equipment Replacement and Revolving Fund.
Okay.
And item number 8 is resolution number 16-045, approving purchase of 2 new crew cab trucks for the Sheriff's Department. These are also budgeted and approved for replacement, and this is through Corwin Ford, has the current Washington State contract, and Lewis County, of course, has a cooperative governmental purchasing agreement with Washington State, which allows us to purchase these off of the state buying power. and these are in the amount of $72,628.42. Thank you.
Morning, Commissioners. Steve Walton, Interim Central Services Director and Budget Administrator, speaking to item number 9 on the consent agenda, resolution number 16-048, regarding the cash flow loan from Current Expense Fund 001 to Communications Fund 107. We're in the late stages of coordinating a grant contract with the state for a new E911 phone system. The state will pay for the new system on a reimbursement basis, which means we pay first and then get reimbursed. To avoid a negative cash balance, the cash flow loan is needed for this purpose. These funds are also needed to cover the projected negative cash position for E911 dispatch, radio operations, and related expenditures until anticipated revenues are received, which should come in later this spring. The amount of this cash flow loan is $500,000 to be available and placed in the Communications Fund number 107 on an as-needed basis. So we'll only use what we need. The loan will be repaid as the anticipated revenues are received, provided adequate cash balance remains in the Communications Fund 107 to cover subsequent period expenditures. Funds will be transferred from unencumbered current expense funds to the Communications Fund number 107 on an as-needed basis by the Treasurer's Office, and there will be a 0.25% interest charged based on the Local Government Investment Pool, LGIP, rate as of December 2015. Local governments are allowed to make loans between funds as long as they are authorized by the legislative body, are temporary in nature, and include a reasonable rate of interest to be paid to the lending fund. Are there any questions?
Any other comments on the consent agenda?
No.
Call for the question. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Consent agenda is approved. Now we will have 2 hearings. The first one will approve a franchise to the High Valley Country Club, resolution number 16046. We will start out with a staff report, followed up by a question and answer period, followed by public testimony, and then the resolution. During the public testimony, everyone has 3 minutes to make a comment if necessary. Mr. Elsey.
Good morning, Commissioners. Item number 1 is approving a franchise to High Valley Country Club, and this is resolution number 16-046. As you're aware, Lewis County Code 12.20 and RCW 36.55 require that all utility installations on county road rights-of-way be authorized by a franchise or a license from the county. An application for a license has been received from High Valley Country Club, Incorporated, to construct, operate, and maintain water system facilities within county road rights-of-ways. This is a franchise that has been in effect in the past, and this franchise is for 5 years.
Does the board have any questions? No. Does the audience have any questions? Then I'll close the question and answer period. Mr. Elsey, would you like your comments incorporated into the record?
Yes, please.
Does the board have any other comments? Any other comments? Any public comment? There is no public comment. Then I will close the hearing and entertain a motion to approve the franchise for the High Valley Country Club.
I move that we approve the franchise to High Valley Country Club, resolution number 16-046.
I second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Then I'll call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion is approved. The second one is a franchise to Rainier Connect and Mashell Telecom, resolution number 16047. Mr. Elsey, you're up again.
Commissioner, similarly, this is another franchise that has been in effect in the past. This is in effect, we're requesting it be in effect for another 5-year period. And again, in accordance with Lewis County Code 12.20 and RCW 3655, all utility installations on county road rights-of-ways must be authorized by a franchise or license from the county. An application for a franchise has been received from Michelle Telecom, doing business as Rainier Connect, to construct, operate, and maintain telecommunication facilities within county road rights-of-ways.
Now, in the past, we have issued these franchises anywhere from 50 to 99 years, and they would get lost into transition. So this is why we changed it to a 5-year franchise, so there's some corporate knowledge and memory of these. And we did that, what, about 8 years ago, Ron? We started doing this? So that's why we do this every 5 years. Are there any questions?
No.
Any questions from the public? Then I will close the question and answer period. Tim, would you like your comments be incorporated into the public record?
Yes, please.
Any public testimony? Anything from the board? There is no public testimony. I will close the hearing and entertain a motion to approve the franchise.
I make a motion to approve the franchise to Rainier Connect and to Marshall Telecom Incorporated, resolution number 16-047.
Second?
Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Resolution is approved.
Thank you.
Seeing no further business on our agenda, I move that we adjourn.
Second?
Motion has been made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned.